Have you ever wondered how light-speed travel could be possible? As we gaze into the cosmos, the vast distances between stars and galaxies make exploration seem like an impossible dream. But what if we could travel at the speed of light, enter the realm of science fiction, where concepts like the Higgs distortion drive turn these dreams into speculative realities? The Higgs distortion drive, a hypothetical mechanism, is based on a blend of our current understanding of physics and a dash of creative extrapolation. The core idea? Manipulating the Higgs field, a quantum field that gives particles their mass, to reduce a spacecraft's mass to zero. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel, right? But who knows what the future of physics might unveil. So buckle up, folks. We're about to embark on a journey that zips through quantum fields and tussles with the boundaries of what we currently know. Let's dive into the fascinating physics behind this sci-fi concept. First up, meet the Higgs field modulator, the heart of our light-speed engine. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is this strange-sounding contraption? Well, let's dive right in. The Higgs field modulator is essentially our spacecraft's weight loss program. This nifty device generates and controls the outer Higgs distortion field, a kind of cosmic slimming belt, if you will, that effectively reduces the spacecraft's mass to zero. Now that's a weight loss plan I could get behind. But how does it achieve this physics-defying feat? Well, here's where it gets a bit sci-fi. The modulator utilizes advanced quantum field technology, potentially based on extrapolations of the Higgs boson properties. Now, the Higgs boson, often referred to as the God particle, is associated with the Higgs field, a fundamental field of energy that permeates the universe and gives particles their mass. Our speculative Higgs field modulator operates through highly advanced manipulation of this Higgs field. Imagine being able to turn the dial on a radio to find your favorite station. Now replace that radio with the universe, the dial with our modulator, and your favorite station with a zero mass setting. That's the kind of power we're talking about here. Of course, this process is currently unknown in physics. It's like trying to explain Snapchat to your grandparents. But in the realm of science fiction, where we're taking a joyride today, it's not only possible, it's the key to achieving light-speed travel. So in essence, the Higgs field modulator is the magic wand that makes our spacecraft as light as a feather, ready to zip through the cosmos at the speed of light. And all while ensuring that the cup of coffee you're holding doesn't suddenly float out of your hand and splatter against the spaceship's ceiling. Because, let's face it, nobody wants to clean that up. So, we've got our mass down to zero, but how do we keep things normal inside the ship? Well, that's where our next piece of kit, the quantum entanglement core, comes into play. But more on that in the next scene. For now, let's just marvel at the power and elegance of the Higgs field modulator. That's where our quantum entanglement core comes in. Now imagine you've got your spaceship massless and zipping through the cosmos, but you're on the inside, and you'd rather not feel like a massless ghost floating around aimlessly. This is where the quantum entanglement core, or as I like to call it, the quantum anchor, comes into play. Its primary function is to manage the inner Higgs standard field. In simpler terms, it's there to ensure that everything inside the spaceship stays just as it is, solid and with regular mass. So you can walk around and enjoy your cup of zero-gravity coffee without it dispersing into a coffee nebula. The quantum entanglement core achieves this by employing a little trick called quantum entanglement. Imagine you have two particles, let's call them Alice and Bob. Alice and Bob are entangled, which means whatever happens to Alice happens to Bob, no matter how far apart they are. Now what we're doing with our quantum anchor is something similar, but instead of Alice and Bob, we have the spaceship's internal field and the normal Higgs field. The quantum anchor synchronizes these two, maintaining a stable environment inside the ship even when it's cruising at light speed. Think of it as a bubble of normality in the sea of distorted Higgs field. Inside this bubble, you wouldn't even realize you're traveling at light speed. You could be sipping your coffee, playing a round of space chess, or challenging your ship's AI to a dance-off without feeling a thing. Of course, this is all speculative. We're playing with the boundaries of our current understanding of physics, and quantum entanglement is still a largely mysterious phenomenon. But who knows? In the world of tomorrow, we might just have quantum entanglement keeping our coffee in our cups and our feet on the floor while we zoom through the cosmos. We've got our ship weightless and our crew safe, but how do we power this beast? Welcome to the powerhouse, our futuristic energy source. This is the beating heart of our Higgs distortion drive, supplying the juice to our Higgs field modulator and quantum entanglement core. Now you might be wondering, what could possibly power such advanced machinery? Well, here's where we let our imaginations run wild. We could envision a zero-point energy extractor, tapping into the limitless power of the vacuum itself, or perhaps an antimatter reactor, harnessing the pure energy of matter-antimatter annihilation. Not thrilling enough? How about a compact fusion generator, taming the same force that powers our sun, right in the belly of our spaceship? These concepts are far beyond our current technological capabilities, but hey, we're bending the laws of physics here, so why not dream big? After all, to achieve light speed, we're going to need a power source that's nothing short of extraordinary. With power sorted, how do we manage the switch between the fields? Enter the field transition buffer, the smooth operator of our drive. Picture this as the diplomatic intermediary between the Higgs field modulator and the quantum entanglement core, managing the transition between two fields. It's like a meticulous maestro, conducting the symphony of mass manipulation and standard field stability. Its role? To prevent the catastrophic effects that could occur when switching between the two fields. Now let's delve into the realm of science fiction for its mechanism. Imagine a sophisticated system of field dampeners and regulators carefully balancing the two Higgs fields. It ensures a seamless transition, smoother than a well-oiled machine. This might involve exotic materials or principles of field dynamics that are currently beyond our understanding. But hey, we're in the realm of light speed travel here. Anything's possible. With the field transition buffer, we're not just hopping between fields, we're gliding. Smooth transitions achieved, but how do we steer this thing? That's the job of our navigation and control system, the brains of the operation. This system is no ordinary GPS, it's a blend of advanced artificial intelligence and quantum computing. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about doing so at light speed. Imagine trying to drive a car at such speeds, you'd overshoot your destination by a few million miles before you could blink. This quantum computer, however, is constantly calculating and adjusting the complex field dynamics required for light speed travel. It's like a master conductor, orchestrating the symphony of quantum fields, Higgs modulators, and energy reactors that make our journey possible. Beyond that, it's also our cosmic navigator, plotting a course through the vast expanse of space, avoiding any celestial bodies or stray space debris. Think of it as our very own quantum Captain Kirk, boldly taking us where no one has gone before. Our ship is now flying at light speed, but how do we keep it together? Meet the structural integrity field, the glue holding everything together. This isn't your run-of-the-mill superglue, folks. No, this is space-age, cutting-edge tech. Its main function? To keep our shiny spaceship in one piece under the stress of light-speed travel. Imagine running a marathon, but you're a spaceship. That's the kind of stress we're talking about. So how does it work? Well, think of it like an invisible force field that reinforces the molecular structure of the spaceship. It could use nanotechnology or advanced materials science to withstand the extreme conditions of zooming through space at the speed of light. It's like giving the spaceship a suit of armor, but instead of metal, we're using science. Neat, huh? With this structural integrity field, our spaceship can withstand the rigors of light speed travel. Now that we've kept our ship intact, how do we keep our crew alive and well? Our safety and life support systems have got that covered. Now the last thing we want is for our intrepid explorers to run out of air or suffer from a sudden lack of gravity in the middle of the cosmos. To prevent such undesirable occurrences, we have the safety and life support systems. These systems are designed to ensure the safety and survival of the crew and passengers. They operate independently of the Higgs fields, maintaining a stable and livable environment inside the spacecraft. Picture the most advanced life support systems we have today, then add a dash of sci-fi spice. Imagine a ship that can recycle air and water with near-perfect efficiency, grow food in a self-sustaining ecosystem, and even simulate gravity to keep our bones strong. Not to mention advanced medical facilities capable of dealing with any space malady. So, there you have it, the Higgs distortion drive, your ticket to the stars. But remember, this is all speculative. There are still many obstacles to overcome. One of the main hurdles is the relativistic effects. As we near light speed, time dilation becomes a party pooper. Yes, you heard it right. Time would slow down for those on the ship, while it'd be business as usual for the folks back home. So if you're planning to return from your light speed vacation, you might find your pet turtle has outlived you. Then there's the challenge of navigation. Avoiding a collision with even a tiny speck of dust at light speed could be like trying to dodge a bullet while blindfolded. And no, your GPS won't help you here. Lastly, the energy requirements would be immense. Imagine running your air conditioner, but the electricity bill is your planet's entire energy output for a year. But who knows, maybe someday we'll solve these challenges. Until then, keep dreaming and keep exploring.